Hey guys, Chris Ashley, Passion for the Wild and Wonderful. Today I want to go over this great product. This is a TideWe 3 to 4 person hunting blind. What I'm going to do is just go over the setup, some of the features about this blind. I'll show you the interior, and then I'll show you how to go through the takedown. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing, just making some general comments. Looking at it, it's a nice heavy duty bag. I like that it has the dual backpack straps, and it has a very heavy duty zipper. So again, that just makes sure that whenever we're putting this thing back in the bag, we don't run the risk of separating or tearing, or this zipper separating. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take this out of the bag. What you'll see is it's roughly a 3/4 zip, and what I mean by that is it zips almost 3/4 of the way down, leaving about 1/4 that's not. When you open this up, one thing here that just came out, and I'll show you, in this little bag is your cordage and your stakes. And what you do is you use this to tie down your blind and secure it so that if you have any kind of inclement weather or super windy kind of conditions, it'll make sure that your blind stays where you have it and that you don't lose it, and it'll keep it right there in place. So that's in a separate little bag inside. Another little thing here I see, as soon as you open the bag, there are instructions. This shows you how to set it up and take it down. What we'll do is go ahead and slide this out, take it down. I'm going to go ahead and toss this out of the way. Another thing here you'll see is it comes already with a cinch strap and a buckle system here. And what that does is, so whenever you go to pull this blind back up together, you can go ahead and put that strap buckle on, cinch it down tight, and that makes it help to fit in the bag a little easier. It's also a little bit more compact. So what I'm going to do is show you how I like to go ahead and set up this blind. What I have here is with the tips up, and then I have the hub assemblies down. I'll go ahead and pop this buckle. What I like to do also before I drop this is I go ahead and like to let it just kind of open up, and then I actually prefer to open up a side first before I pop open the top. So I'll do a side, come around, pop open the top, and then I do the other 3 remaining sides. So let's go through that. Right here what I'm doing is on each hub assembly is an eye bolt, and it's got like a little fabric handle. I'm just spreading it out. I'm going to grab that handle and give it a pop up. Then what I'll do is come around to the front, go ahead and take up the side and the top, and then I'll do the rest. So all I do now is lift it. You can see right here I've got the exposed top. I'll open it up just like that. Then that sets me up now to where I can go and do my other 3 sides. Alright guys, so now that we've got this set up, I want to go ahead and show you some of the features about this blind. Along the top row, all the way around here, you'll see brush hoops. And so this is great for just camouflaging your blind. You can go ahead and cut in and tuck in branches, maybe corn stalks, palm olives if you're maybe in like Florida or somewhere south. And all that's doing is letting you go ahead and brush it in and just let it sink in with the environment. As I said, you got these along the top. You also have these along the middle area here. This here is the eye bolt that I was talking about with the handle. This is what I was tugging on to go ahead and pop it open. Same thing to collapse it. But this is also the area where you'll be using that cordage and the stakes to go ahead and tie it down, as well as all the corners on the blind. Some of the great features of this blind as well include the see-through mesh, 270-degree viewing with this blind. So you only have one blackout panel that's behind you, and you're able to see completely on both sides and all in front with this see-through mesh. So you can see out, but the game can't see in, and that's really cool about this. The other great feature too on this is their super silent sliders. So on this you have 3 window systems on the 3 sides that are full length windows. They've got the sliders on them that give you full adjustability on it. I wanted to show you guys how we're going to get inside this blind. So this is the black outside panel. It has the door, which I'm saying is like a D-shaped door. You can see it's about half the size of this panel. And you also have this single window that's held up by 2 bungees here in the end that all you have to do is unclip, drop it down, and you can see roughly how big that window is. But I wanted to talk real quick about another cool feature on this door. you can see this cover here that's kind of protecting the zipper all the way down. You know, some might call this a rain fly. Well, I think it really serves at least two purposes. One is, to me, it helps to protect the zipper from rain or snow, any kind of inclement weather that might cause freeze up inside these teeth or this zipper to where it wouldn't function right. So this has helped and shield that and protect that zipper from getting into that type of condition. The other one I think that it really helps to serve is if you're on the front side of this blind looking back, a large time the zipper teeth are so big you can actually see light through it. This to me helps to actually cover that up and keep from having that light shining through to ensure that blackout panel is 100% blacked out and you don't possibly have your outline broke up with that light if you're moving in front of this. So a really cool feature with having this. The other thing too is this is a very heavy duty zipper. It has two zippers on it so that you don't ever have any issues trying to find it. Lets you split it up to see however you want to do it. And as you can see, this here is it in the open position. Very large door, big access. And so now we'll go ahead and on in and take a look at it. All right guys, so here's like a peek inside. And again, what's really neat is this see-through mesh. I'm only really showing you here roughly two of the sides, but it's the same way on all three sides. What's really cool is you have these super silent sliders. Gives you the ability to adjust these windows for whatever size you want opening or whatever kind of a look you want, whether you want a wedge or you want full open. And what's also really cool is it has a dual pair of sliders here on the bottom, which a lot of the blinds don't have this. So what that does is keep this material very tight or taut, and that gives you flexibility to adjust it however you want with more movement with it. And so that's just a really cool feature of this blind. The other thing is too is to note is a lot of time people wonder about these blinds and being cold in the winter. For me, I think it's really cool. I've done out west antelope hunting. This blind will give you, I think, a little bit more breathability. When you're out west, it's so hot it's like a greenhouse that you just bake inside these blinds if you're hunting like antelope on water holes, for example, or maybe elk. These will give you a little bit more breathability, not a whole lot, but it does give you some benefit. Now on the flip side, people say, what about freezing during the winter? Again, it was just giving you a little bit more breathability. It does a great job of blocking the wind, and I've never had any problem staying warm. But a very cool feature about this blind and flexibility with being the see-through mesh is you do get a little bit more breathability, and it's not terrible in the winter, but it's helpful also in the summer. Also too, as I mentioned, right behind you, and I'll spin and show you here in a minute, you've got the blackout panel that's behind you, but out in front you'll have all this great view visibility. And also what's really neat in this blind too is I'm about 5'10", or I'm about 70 inches tall, and you can see I'm standing clear over in the corner of the blind, and I've got a matter of 3 to 4 inches of clearance. Right here I go into the center, and it's 80 inches to the top. So I actually have about 10 inches of clearance since I'm about 70 inches tall. Now with that, what that's cool for is it sets me up especially with my bow. My bow is a very short axle bow. And these are huge windows, as I said, it gives you a lot of flexibility with it. But it lets me set up to be able to do standing shots with my bow and not worry about hitting the roof. So again, another great feature about this 3 to 4 person blind. You know, it sets up to where I think it's 70 inches by 70 inches, and it's 80 inches tall in the center here. So really spacious blind. And what I'll do now is I'll go ahead and spin you around, show you the back side of the blind, which is the blackout side, and show you another really cool feature about it as well. All right guys, so we're now in the inside of this blind. I want to show you a really cool feature here associated with this blackout panel, but really it's about the door itself. You do have this blackout panel. One side, again in front of me, is 270-degree open viewing of see-through mesh. You've got the single window here that's connected with 2 little bungee cords on each corner. But what's really cool feature is this door. So you do have the 2 zippers, as I mentioned, here and here, and you can use them in whatever combination you want. But another cool feature that they provided in the event that you want to go more towards silent again is they have these clips. So around the whole window are these clips that allow you to then hook them to the tent rod. As such, And that lets you to go ahead and go silent with the door if you want. So if you don't want to go ahead and use the zipper, you're able to go ahead and use these clips or bungee cords to get in and out of the blind quietly. Again, it's just another one of their thoughts of trying to keep silent operation of this blind. So you can get in quietly with the door, and you also have the super silent windows with the slider system. So again, just a nice little feature with this blind. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and go outside the blind. I'll show you how to do the takedown, and then we'll put it in the bag. All right guys, so I'm going to go ahead and go through the takedown of this blind. It's just pop in the 4 panels, pop in the roof, collapse it up. Try to locate the included cinch strap and clip it, cinch it down, and we'll be able to put it in the bag. I'll show you a little trick that I use to get the final hubs to collapse so that it all comes together real easy. I hold the top here on the fabric, push it in, and that's how I collapse each one of these panels. Now right here, I grab this corner of the roof, pop it down, and keep a hold of it. Then all I do is just raise it up a little bit, apply a little bit of down pressure, grab the back corner, and this all collapses real easy. Then what you'll do is you'll locate these straps right here, and this is what you're going to use to go ahead and cinch this blind up. So I'm just going to go ahead and loosen it up a little bit. And then pull it around. Cinch it up tight. And then what I like to do is I like to have the hub assembly up, and I'll take the bag with the quarter unzipped part and slide it down over first. I'll just feed it down over. Try to work it down. Flip this over. Pull the ends on up and tuck them in. And what I'll do is just wrap it like an umbrella inside this bag. Lay it down. Tuck it in good. Pull it together. Don't forget to also put in your stakes and cordage. Zip it up. And it's that simple. Guys, if you get a chance, make sure you check out TideWe's hunting blinds. Again, this is a 3 to 4 person hunting blind. I think you guys will fall in love. Good luck.